and welcome to Discard. It's been some time. I had a big surgery, a bunch of other stuff. I'll leave a link to another video on my second channel where I explain exactly what happened, where I've been, about the surgery, recovery, and all that stuff. But while I've been recovering, I've been testing out this awesome display stand from Rose Colored Gaming. It has to do with Monster Hunter, one of my favorite series. So I couldn't help but check it out and cover it just to see where Rose Colored Gaming is going with their new stands. What kind of direction are they going in? And I think it's a very positive one. Let's take a look. So for today's video, we have Rose Colored Gaming stands. I've talked a lot about Rose Colored Gaming. They are the #1 person I recommend to people when it comes to looking for stands for handhelds and controllers and just about anything. They have acrylic stands that are clear and see-through, and usually those adapt to most environments that you put them in, and that's why I always recommend them. But at the same time, they like to kind of step outside the box once in a while and make special edition stands as well. And that's exactly what we have today, is these Rose Colored Gaming Monster Hunter line stands. And I mean, just look at them. And I must say, I'm a big fan of Monster Hunter. I love this series. I've played it since Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, played through that one, 4 Ultimate, Generations, Monster Hunter World, and now Monster Hunter Rise, which is what these stands are all about. Now in this line of Monster Hunter stands that Rose Colored Gaming's been pumping out, they have 3 different versions of these stands. They all kind of fall into this same type of line when it comes to the artwork and the design idea, but they definitely have different uses when it comes to your game collection and displaying your games, systems, controllers, etc. The stands all feature Magnamalo, who is the flagship monster. Every Monster Hunter has a flagship monster. We've had Zinogre and other big giant monsters before, but this time it's Magnamalo, this big giant beast of a creature with this exploding fire. And you'll see that motif as well alongside Magnamalo himself in all of these different stands. Now they use a high quality UV printing process to print these onto the stands themselves, the background being this matte black finish, which is absolutely beautiful. But the UV printing prints down this gold finish as well, this awesome gold for Magnamalo and those flames. The gold also has that matte finish to it, just like the black background. It's still kind of reflective and catches the light. It's a really beautiful addition to this stand. But I think what is one of the cooler parts of the stand is actually on the actual base. All the stands are this dual layer of acrylic at the base. At the very bottom, you'll have this piece of acrylic that has what I imagine is this reflective coating added to it, this gold reflective coating. And I've seen it before in some of their Wii stands. They have this Wii stand for the Zelda Wiimote for the Nintendo Wii, and it was also gold and reflective. What's kind of crazy is you're covering up the majority of that gold. But I think you get a lot for your money when it comes to this, because when you put that other piece on top of that base, you get this nice gold, completely reflective trim. That thing glows under light, it reflects light, it looks absolutely stunning. It fits the game so well. And I think they did a lot of work kind of looking at the different things that were out there. There's the special edition Monster Hunter Rise console that's out there, and it has the same kind of motif on it, as well as the Pro controller that is out there that has the same motif. I do have a couple of the Pro controllers, but I am yet to snag the console at a good price. It's really hard to track down. But needless to say, all of those things fit perfectly within these stands. And the 3 stands that they do have, one is for the console alone, so you'll be able to take your console and kind of display it into this stand. It's just a single stand for that. And there is another stand for the Pro controller, so if you're like me and you just have the Pro controller and you just want to display it that way, then you can get those as well. And then there's this mega bundle one that is just everything. It's for the special edition console as well as the Pro controller. So you get to put them all into one, and of course that one has the most detail, the most different pieces of that motif of Magnamalo and the flames, and just it's it's a massive beast of a creature, which is fitting because we're talking about Monster Hunter here. Now, when it comes to the designs themselves, when it comes to the structure of all of these stands, the stands ring true to the other stands that Rose Colored Gaming has had for these products in the past, and they're all very good. They're pretty sturdy. They're a great way to display your item. You can also get that secondary use of having it as a good spot to just grab your controller or have your console kind of set up there on the corner. That's what I've done with this Monster Hunter stand. I've been utilizing it as my console holder. So of course, structurally, you have good stands at the base here. And the big model that holds the console and the controller, that you're gonna need a little bit of counter space to find a spot for it. It worked perfect next to my TV in my living room. But the other stands, they could fit on the edge of shelves. They're thin enough and small enough that you could put them all over the place. You can add them into your collection of other display stands that you've gotten from other companies or other stands you've gotten from Rose Colored Gaming, and they would fit in perfectly. And I guess the X factor of all of this is just the fact that Rose Colored Gaming is doing a lot more experimenting, especially in the last couple years. I've seen them kind of ramp up into all these different things. They've got wood veneers for different products in your game collection, which I think are beautiful, but they've kind of tried all of these different things along the way, and now seeing them kind of dip into these other special editions. They have a Skyward Sword special edition coming for those special edition Joy-Cons that are coming out, and that thing looks up and beyond even crazier than these stands themselves. They're just adding all sorts of pieces and motifs and things to really make it a stand that is super special for that brand, for that game that you really love. And that leads me to kind of who these are for. Well, clearly these are for Monster Hunter fans, people who really love Monster Hunter and want a special edition stand for that special edition console, for that special edition controller, and these are really gonna complete that whole package. It's kind of that missing link to those items that they put out there. They don't really give you a great way to display them or put them anywhere. I'd love them to add those into the packages in the future, but Rose Colored Gaming is kind of filling that void for us at the moment. Of course, the controversy always shows up in the comments section when it comes to the price of these items. You do have to remember that these are special boutique items for this specific game, for specific consoles, for specific controllers, in this niche of game collecting. These things are not made in bulk by a company in China. These are made by a couple guys in a shop somewhere, and they are putting these things together with the tools that they have and kind of working through it. And the pricing on these is $24.99 all the way up to $44.99 for that big boy there. And I think that's absolutely reasonable for these boutique items, these specialty, very special items that are made in smaller quantities by these couple of dudes. And of course, you can always find stands that are just the clear acrylic from Rose Colored Gaming for less money than that. These are just special editions for those fans of Monster Hunter Rise. So I guess if that price rings true for you and you like Monster Hunter Rise, or you just want a cool special edition display stand, even if you don't have the special editions and the controllers, I could see somebody getting these just to put their black controller on and just have a cool spot to put that as well. But you know, just take a look through Rose Colored Gaming's catalog of different stands. They have all sorts of different stands there available, and you can find the perfect thing that is for you in your price range. And just as a side note, we were playing a lot of Monster Hunter Rise, especially when it first came out. I still play it all the time. I've finished everything, mostly done everything in the game, but I still go back to it because I just enjoy the hunting of these monsters in this game. It's just a blast. So if you want to come check us out and talk to other people in the Discord server about displaying things or new games coming out or cool old retro games that you want to check out, feel free to check that link in the description. But outside of that, I appreciate you guys coming by today. It's been a while since I made a video, so I'm probably a little bit rusty. Maybe this video, you know, I don't know. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm enjoying making videos. It's an awesome experience to be making these videos again. Standing here without having to crouch all the time and have a broken spine while I'm doing this, that was terrible. But now I'm good. I'm feeling good. If you like this video, please leave a like on the video. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe to the channel. There's all sorts of resources here for displaying things in people's game collections. You'll find playlists on the channel, which you can click and kind of look through those for different display ideas. And you can also type in discard and the item that you're looking to display, and more than likely a video will come up where I've covered that thing. But if you excuse me, I've got to go make a video for the second channel where I talk about what happened to me, where I've been, my back injury, and all of this extra stuff that doesn't have to do with displaying games. And I hope you guys have a fantastic day today, and collect what you love. Hi. It's been a while.